Yeah.
On one cold autumn evening, Lisa sat flipping through the pages of an old book she had found in her library. The book contained local stories and legends about haunted houses and mysterious spirits, but what truly caught her attention was an old page with frayed edges, titled "The House of Unresting Spirits." This place was said to be on the outskirts of town, its story forgotten over time. The legend claimed that the house would vanish from sight and reappear on certain nights. However, anyone who entered it never came out unharmed. The story of the house was strange enough to spark Lisa's curiosity. She had spent her entire life fascinated by mysteries and dark places that held secrets of the past. She couldn't resist the urge to explore this place. Despite the warnings she had heard, Lisa was determined to go. She didn't believe in superstitions or ghosts. Instead, she believed that every mystery had an explanation, and every true terror had a hidden logic. The next morning, Lisa put on her heavy coat, took her camera and flashlight, and set off on her journey to the house shrouded in legends. The weather was strange, with a sky filled with dark clouds, and the trees swayed unnaturally, as if nature itself was warning her to stay away. When she arrived at the location, Lisa found the path to the house lined with massive trees, their branches intertwined as if trying to keep anyone from approaching. With hesitant steps, Lisa pushed open the front door, which creaked open with difficulty. She stepped inside, and an odd feeling washed over her. The air inside the house was unnaturally cold, despite the mild weather outside. She felt as if the air itself was saturated with gloom. The walls were covered in a thick layer of dust and mold, and the furniture was left in place, as though the inhabitants of the house had departed suddenly. With every step Lisa took on the wooden floor, a strange creak echoed. She began to notice faint sounds, indistinct whispers, and the sound of footsteps that grew closer and then faded away, as if the house itself had come to life. This wasn't enough to shake her resolve. Deep down, Lisa believed that nothing in this world could scare her unless she saw it with her own eyes. Yet the place was so eerie that it made her feel as though she was under constant watch. In one of the rooms, Lisa stood before an old, dust-covered mirror. With her hand, she wiped away the dust to see her reflection. But what she saw was more than just herself. There was someone standing behind her. The image shocked her, and when she turned to see who it was, she found no one there. As time passed, the sounds around Lisa intensified, and she began to feel the presence of something unfamiliar. It became clear that the spirits rumored to inhabit this house were not mere legends. At one moment, she felt a cold touch on her shoulder, and when she looked, there was only emptiness.
This is not a dream.
The spirits were watching her, yet they hadn't approached. Lisa decided to keep exploring the house. She hadn't come to be scared or to flee. She was determined to uncover the secret of this place. Lisa climbed to the upper floor and found a room filled with old books and a family portrait on the wall. The picture depicted a large family, but their faces were distorted in a disturbingly unnatural way. It seemed as though their features had been altered by some malevolent force. Lisa began to connect the dots between the family and the house. What had happened to them? And why did their spirits haunt this place? While searching the lower floor, Lisa discovered a hidden cellar. As she descended, the air grew suffocating, as if something lurked in the corners. At the end of the cellar, she found an ancient altar covered in strange symbols and items that hinted at satanic rituals. Lisa discovered that the family who had lived here had attempted to summon supernatural forces to gain control over others, but the rituals had backfired. Their spirits refused to return to the afterlife, trapping the family's souls within the house. In that moment, events began to accelerate. The doors started slamming shut on their own, and the windows shattered as if the house itself had come alive. Lisa felt trapped. Her breaths quickened and her heart raced. Shadows moved in the corners, and the spirits trapped within the house decided they wouldn't let her leave. Unseen screams filled the air, and the walls began to ignite with memories of the past. The house returned to its former life for a few brief moments, and amidst this chaos, Lisa saw the apparitions of the family repeating endlessly, trapped in a never-ending cycle. The latest vision she witnessed was of the father holding a strange book, pointing to incomprehensible carvings on the wall. Suddenly, a transparent hand reached out toward Lisa, trying to pull her into its world. But Lisa didn't hesitate. She absorbed all her fears and shouted loudly, "Your spirits do not have control over me." After Lisa's words, a powerful scream echoed throughout the house, as if the spirits were enraged. The walls began to shake, and the ceiling started to collapse. Lisa realized she was in real danger. She ran toward the door, crashing into everything in her path. The house tried to trap her with those spirits, but Lisa refused to surrender. When she reached the door, she found it locked. But with all her strength, she pushed against it until it finally creaked open. She burst out of the house and ran toward. In her moment of escape, the house folded in on itself. It vanished, just as the legend said, leaving behind memories of spirits that would never leave. After returning to the city, Lisa knew that this experience would stay with her forever. What she had witnessed in that house was more than just lost spirits. It was a secret understood only by those who had lived under its shadow. Yet Lisa realized that for a long time, she would feel the influence of those spirits on her life.